Welcome to It's Just Complicated. On today's episode, we're going to talk about how it's just complicated to love people you wouldn't be friends with.
And that is exactly who we feel we may be. We have this theory that we would not be friends with each other if we weren't cousins. So, but we are cousins and we're friends and we love each other and we're finally at a good space in our relationships where we can have this project. It's just complicated. We are able to have difficult conversations, and there was a time where our conversations used to be really heated and intense and
go nowhere.
Aggressive and would end with everyone mad at each other. And now we're at a place where we can actually have conversations and it kind of
And be okay with each
be
other.
okay. Yeah. So I think this means, guys, that we've matured.
We learned the
Growth.
definition of agree to disagree.
Yes.
And let it go.
Yeah. So today's episode is going to be more of an overview of who we are, so you can kind of understand how different we are from each other, and how we can still come together and have these.
How we go about it, pretty much.
Yeah.
How we deal with it.
Kind of how we deal with it, kind of how we have, yeah. So we're just going to get into it.
I do want to say we do deep down love each other very much because we have a very deep connection that I don't think a lot of people do have. And they're like,
Yeah, we don't
circle.
know.
I I think so. That's
No, we definitely do have
We started to disagree, guys.
we've built a relationship where we are able to connect on a deeper level because we're able to be who we are and we're able to be honest about what we believe in. So I definitely agree that we have a fantastic relationship and we're still working on it every day, and you're going to see that growth on our weekly episodes that we plan to produce for you guys, where we talk about very complicated subjects, and hopefully by the end of every episode we can come on to terms on whatever that topic is. So this episode hopefully will be less than 30 minutes, and what we're going to do here is we're first going to talk about what the podcast means to each of us. We're going to talk about who we are individually, so everyone will introduce themselves. And then we'll talk about how we're different and how we're alike, just so you guys can really get a good understanding of our dynamic, and our, relationship with each other. And then we'll talk a little bit about what to expect in future episodes. So let's get into it. So part one, about the podcast. We're going to do it from oldest to youngest, so Dani will go first. So, Dani, what does this podcast mean to you?
Hi, I am Dani. To me, this podcast is to bring to light subjects that people don't talk about, in fear of shame and fear of judgment. I think that everyone should own who they are, to be who you want to be. It's okay to like the things you like or dislike the things you dislike. It's okay to have your own opinion. Our group of friendship, I think that's our main thing. We all are very different. We all like things very different. We all dress very different. We all raise our kids very different, and it's okay. That needs to be respected. I think expectations that society puts on us are really heavy and aren't talked about enough, and there shouldn't be expectations on anyone. I'm me, and I will not apologize for being who I am, and I want to bring that on the table so that everybody can feel that way.
beautiful.
Yes. Michelle, what does this podcast mean to you?
To me, this is a space where, as you get to know us, if you find something that you can connect with, one, that you can connect with, and then two, also helping everyone understand that, especially in this world of social media, that there isn't just one way to live, and yet you could still be happy. And finding out who you are and how we found out ways to find out who we are. But I guess overall, just allowing others to understand that there isn't one way to live, and it's okay to be different, and it's okay to choose different things. Because at the end of the day, if we were all the same, the world would be boring.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So I'll I'll go next, Fernanda. For me, this really is a space to show and hopefully inspire honest conversations. Again, same theme of be yourself, be who you are. Those who love you will stay. Those who don't will leave. Thank you for leaving, literally. So really, that's the goal here, really to inspire, to have these difficult conversations. I feel like being a mom, we're all moms here, and that journey has been insane in the sense of no one talked about a lot of the details of being a mom. Right. And so I wish I had somewhere or somewhat something to listen to or to read about, or it's a blog, anything. So this podcast for me is really a space where we hear 4 different people with 4 different mentalities have these honest conversations about difficult subjects. So that is what this podcast means to me. And Jackie?
We're being real. I am Jackie. Hi, guys. This podcast means to me, I think I've said this to them over and over again, it's absolutely a safe space to connect, to heal, to be real, like no bullshit. Let's talk about things that make people uncomfortable that we don't usually talk about on a daily basis, and inspire and talk about things that are going on everyday world and tragedies, and whether it's good or bad, like it needs to be talked about. We need to get uncomfortable in order for us to grow. This is growth, you know. I also think that hear from different people from different backgrounds and find what and who you can relate with. Like you said, like motherhood, nobody prepares you for that. Nobody tells you that you're not going to sleep ever again. And
it does get better.
You know, and like it surprises me because we obviously come from parents that, you know, have done this before. Like, why did she never tell me this before? So I think that this is great, not just for us, because this podcast at the end of the day isn't about us. It's about what we're trying to put out there.
I think one of the things that everybody will be able to relate is we all had kids in different stages of our life, different ways, different ages.
Right.
So for those that are becoming new moms, for those that have been moms for 6-7 years, we will bring on people that will talk about having teenagers and things like that. So we'll bring light to every subject.
It's literally just, I think, the fundamental, like, the most important thing. It's okay to talk about it. We should talk about it because you feel lonely. You feel isolated. You feel like nobody understands you. You feel like you're alone, and you're not. You're simply not. Like, we all go through it. So, yeah, this podcast to me is a safe space. It's for the vibes. We're going to have great conversations. We're going to heal and welcome to It's Just Complicated.
Yes. Cool. And so now we are going to individually introduce ourselves. And again, we're going to do the same process where oldest goes first and we'll go down the line. So Dani, take it away.
Again, I am Dani. Yes, Dani, guys. I like and prefer to be called Dani and not Dani.
Do not call her Dani. You will ruin her day. It's Dani.
Although everyone at work calls me Dani. Anyways, I am 29 years old. I am married, and I have 2 beautiful little girls, a 2-year-old named Ella and a about-to-be 8-month-old Mel. I will talk about my kids a lot, so apologize in advance.
Unapologetic.
My occupation is I am an accountant. I work full-time as an accountant. So anybody needs an accountant out there, reach out.
She's expensive, guys. Don't
Slide
do it.
To our DMs.
Charge by the minute. Still working on it, but yes, that's what I do. Passion. I am passionate about my family. I'm passionate about my friends, anyone that is in my tight circle, because yes, it has been getting tighter and tighter. But if you're in there, I will go to war for you. And what's important for me really is to raise my children to be themselves, raise my children to learn how to grow without the expectations that the world set on you. I want my girls to be great. I want my girls to be whatever they want to be. They want to be a truck driver. Mommy's going to support you to be a truck driver. So on to Michelle.
Your favorite. I am Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha Junior in the making.
Alpha Junior. You should tell how she said that because I am Alpha.
Yeah. Dani's
I'm still in the
alpha.
making, so you never know.
We let them say what they have to say to sleep at night. So
Whatever makes you feel better.
Oh, yeah, okay, as you can see.
Haters.
Or you will be seeing. I am the ringleader. Just saying. And I won't talk much. Just by
Yes,
the
she
looks
will.
that I give. Just by the looks that I give, they already know what's up. What's up? You know what I'm
gonna
saying?
Born and raised in Bridgeport.
Hey. So I am the lovely, the amazing, Michelle. And so I am 28 years old. I have 2 beautiful little, powerful little boys. I am married. I am passionate about my career, and you guys are gonna hear about it so much. I am a 5th and 6th grade, as my job calls it, illuminator. I'm a teacher.
Yay.
Illuminate the pathways. What's important to me is to teach young adults, children, even adults, to advocate for themselves in respectful manners. And I think, just raising them to understand that they have power and that they have the ability to change the world, this very strange, weird world. And what I do for fun is I do a few things, even though I'm not going to be able to name all of them. But I'm into sports, arts, reading. That's like a newfound hobby of mine. I love eating out. And a few other things that'll probably come up as we go on. And my goals that I'm working towards is going for my master's. There's a few classes that I'm taking to get some certifications. And in the works is after I get my master's in education, going into psychology, low-key. And then also joining community groups, being an advocate for children. And you're going to, that's all you're going to hear me talk about is education and children all the time. Because, that's my thing. That's my thing.
Miss Santos in the building.
Senora Santos.
cool. So I'll go next. I'm Fernanda. I am 28 years old. I have a beautiful 6-year-old daughter. Her name is Emily. Okay. Did I say I'm a single mother?
No.
Okay, I'm a single mother. I don't know if I said I'm a mother or a single mother.
Guys.
I'm single.
And
no,
she's
and I'm not
beautiful.
ready to mingle. I am currently in my self-love journey, and I'm really trying to do the work there because I know that once I do find my husband, I don't know if I'll ever have this me time that I currently have that I love. So
You
that's
won't.
where I am. I will try to. Husband, please let me have my me time. It's important. Okay. So, what am I passionate about? I am passionate about helping parents understand the impact they have on their children. This is a newfound passion of mine. Literally this year, I did a program, PLTI, that I will talk more about hopefully in future episodes. Basically, parents learn that they can be leaders within their communities, and it really inspired me to find out what it is that I love, and it's that I think that our children deserve to have an easy adult life, and I feel like that comes from making good choices, being emotionally aware, making good, really being responsible for yourself, for others. I'm also really passionate about taking care of yourself and others. So my thing is, it's really going to be my tagline. I should trademark it, but it's taking care of what takes care of you. So that includes take care of yourself, your body that keeps you moving every day, your health keeps you alive, the earth that provides oxygen for you. We should not be trashing it and making it and hurting it in any way. And others, people in your life, your relationships, people that make you happy and feel loved. We should take care of them as well. So really, that's what I'm passionate about. What I do for fun, I am super outdoorsy. That's why I might have to move out of Connecticut when I'm older because this cold ain't for me, okay? I like summer. I like kayaking. I like running. I like hiking. I like just being outside and not being cold. So I also like reading. I also like, learning. I also like hanging out with my daughter too much. My friends are actually like, can she not come? And I'm like, can she come though? Because please. But yeah, so yeah, so that's me. Jackie, your turn. Sorry, that clap
It's
felt
okay.
very echoing.
Hi, guys. I'm Jackie. I am 25 years old, young. I'm married. I have a beautiful 2-year-old boy, Lucas. He is the light of my life, probably saved my life more times than I can count. I am a child care provider. I love it. I love my job. I love my bosses. I think there's something magical and doing what I do at home and get paid to do it at my job. Very easy for me. What are my passions? I am number one passionate about my family. I think that's the root of it all. Like, yes, you have to put yourself first, but your family comes just right there. I am passionate about my mental health, and I think that this is something that a lot of people get uncomfortable talking about because mental health nowadays has been this stereotype of like, oh my God, people are so sensitive. But no, we need to talk about it. It's like literally the root of all problems, and if there's a solution, the solution. What else? I am passionate about animals. I love animals in general, but I think cats have a special place in my heart. I'm going to be the crazy cat lady, 89 years old with like 45 of them. Don't mind my house. There's going to be cat hair everywhere. Yep, those are my cats. I'm very passionate about music. I think music moves me. It's literally, if sometimes I don't know where to decompress, that's where I go. I just put my headphones on and yep, it's all good. Justin Bieber lover, guys. I think it's important to say that now.
Baby, baby, baby. Ooh.
I do like my rap too. I go from a crazy variety of like.
We'll have a music episode.
Oh my God.
Jackie will lead that one.
I will have you guys from 1990s throwbacks till all up today. Like, I'm very into music. I think a lot. I am passionate about, maybe not as much as Fernanda. I do love nature a lot. I do like gardening. So I'm passionate about that. I'm passionate about the environment. Maybe not as much as Fernanda as well, but I'm trying. My job, I really think I'm passionate about communication. I'm a really big communicator. I am unfiltered. I don't hold back. If I have to say something, I'm going to say it. So, yeah, you guys are probably...
Jackie is the root of my anxiety when we're together.
She will say it.
She will. And that's the scary part.
Yeah, I think that for last, I'm very passionate about making sure that I'm, as of lately, I wasn't always like this, making sure I'm there for the people I love and trying to be present. And I think it's very important to be there for each other's kids. I think we're all trying to do this, and it's our own journey, but we all need a little help along the way.
I think that's a great thing to work on.
Yeah.
I think we all have that, have a hard time balancing that in different ways.
Right.
Where even yesterday, Michelle texted me to help her with something, and I was just not having a day where I just needed silence. I needed to be by myself, and I felt so bad. It took me like an hour to actually respond to her and say like, I'm sorry.
I'm going to choose me.
I can't do it. And that's something I hope we can talk about.
And it's something we should be okay with being like, hey, I'm sorry. This is where I'm at. I hope you respect me.
It's
I love
not you. It's me.
Right. And that's the magic
But
of
I think
it.
we all, like yesterday too, I knew I had the boys' game at 12, and I was trying to get my house in order because finally I had a weekend that I didn't have anything to do because, again, I'm a big planner and I love doing things, and then I get overwhelmed.
Big people pleaser, guys.
To me, it was more of, do I do my housework or do I go see the boys? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go see the boys because it's the moment, right?
Priority.
Right. But versus Fernanda that needed a mental health day, and that I think it's just choosing where you're going to prioritize.
Yeah, you
things
choose
in your
what's
life.
best for you, 100%. And that should be okay. That is okay. It is okay to be a little selfish sometimes. Yeah. We need it. But yeah, that's. I think that's it. We'll talk more.
Okay, so the next part is just talking about what we have in common, what makes us different, things like that. So we'll start about what makes us the same, or what similarities we have. We're all cousins, so we basically grew up together. Yeah. Our moms are all sisters.
So it's maternal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jackie and Dani are sisters. And then that's those are the only sisters.
Right,
here.
but you and Michelle kind of grew up as sisters because you guys were like tight, like.
Yeah, me and Michelle basically grew up, like we've been together since birth. So yeah, we have some sister dynamics within us.
Yeah, I think we all consider each other to the level of respect of sisters. And then,
Yeah.
Yeah, no. We're sisters. We wouldn't be friends.
Biologically, though, Dani and Jackie are sisters.
we all come from the same grandmother. Our grandmother has 11.
Our sisters
Are
11.
the Cheetah Girls. Because we are sisters.
Let's not talk about that.
stand together. Just kidding. Michelle's
right.
a singer.
We make up one big family, though we don't look the same. Our spots are different. Different colors.
She swears she could sing, guys.
Absolutely. She could. I love it.
I think she should invent. One of the things that we are going
New
to
passion.
push on this podcast is Michelle going public on her TikTok. 'Cause
Yes,
she went viral.
yes. You need to do that, Michelle.
She refuses
She's
to.
funny, guys. I promise you. Not here, but on her TikTok.
Okay, how else are we the same?
I think we're all born in Bridgeport.
Yes.
We are Brazilians. We were raised by Brazilians.
American in the making.
We're Americanized.
So
We're
our
elves.
parents are all immigrants from Brazil. We are all first generation Americans.
We are L's. We are English language learners.
We are also very proud Brazilians. I think I can say that for all of us.
Yeah.
We take pride in being Brazilian. When you ask me what am I, I'm Brazilian.
Brasileña.
Yes.
Yep.
It does help.
Where were
that
you
we're
born,
beautiful.
though? Here, but we're not going to talk
We're
about
not
it.
gonna.
No.
We're
Bridgeport is
considered, I feel, Americanized Brazilian, and it's interesting. Well, I hope we will have a podcast on this, because there's just a scale, and we all, I think, fall in different spaces of the scale, and there are reasons for that, and I think that's an interesting conversation to have, because it's something I never really understood growing up, and I had a hard time accepting. And I'll just give you a quick snippet of an example is, I don't feel completely comfortable speaking Portuguese like with some of my cousins. And whereas Dani and Jackie, they can hang out with our cousins who, the Portuguese is the primary language, and they'll just have they know the slang, they're talking, it's fluent, it's all cool. Like, for me, it's a little bit harder, and that's just one of the...
To be fair, me and Jackie moved
We
to
lived
Brazil.
there.
We lived there for 9 to 10 years.
You 9, me 11.
Yeah, so we grew up in the Brazilian culture more than
Right, it
you
makes
guys
sense.
did. Right. So
But-
we
but-
know more of. We follow a lot of Brazilian pages and singers, and
Right.
so we catch on to the little things that are happening.
The fundamental growth, time of development was in Brazil.
Was in Brazil.
So I will give you a perfect example. You feel that way with the Brazilian language,
For us,
right?
it's the other way around.
For me, I don't know about you, but for me, when I got here, I was like, "What is LMAO?" I thought that was LMFAO was a singer.
Oh,
Yeah, and then you guys are like, why is she putting so many K's in one text
Yes,
messages?
and then I'm
I
like,
get it, okay.
what is, like, I don't know, like,
Yeah,
LOL.
there is.
I found out laugh out loud was LOL like maybe like 4 years ago.
Oh my god, I have a hilarious thing when I got
Oh,
here.
Oh.
No, that one is the second one. But when I got here, I was in the car with Fernanda, and we were talking about what did I want to do now that I'm here, I'm back. And I said, I want to pretend to go to school. Because I was literally translating what I was thinking in Portuguese to English, which was hilarious because Fernanda was like, what do you mean you want to pretend to go to school?
I want to say I'm going to school, but just hide under my blanket.
Which what I meant was my intentions were
To go to school.
Eu pretendo.
Eu pretendo, yeah, right.
So wait, pretendo in Portuguese means pretty much I intend to.
I intend to. That's the word I was looking for. I intend to go to school, and what I said was I want to pretend to go to school, and that just didn't fall right.
Is that translation?
There was another time where somebody asked, like, "Oh, what time is it? How do you say, like, midnight or like midnight 30?" Was that what we said?
Meia-noite
Meia-noite e meia in Portuguese, if you're translating it, is
midnight and a half.
And Jackie was so convinced that that's how you would
And I'm like, "Oh yeah, midnight and a half," and they're like, yeah."
So we hope to get into that topic.
Right.
Another thing that I think pretty much. We all speak Portuguese.
Yeah.
We all are moms.
We try Spanish occasionally.
We all try Spanish.
I pretty much am. Okay. And then what makes us different? So I'm an only child. That makes me different from you guys because you guys all have siblings, which I wish I had.
I'm a twin and I have a sister, so we are 3 siblings.
Yeah, me and Jackie might as well be twins.
Right.
I'm the prettier twin, guys. No, but I kind of like that it's only me and you because, you know, when you have too many siblings, like our parents have 11.
Oh my God, if I had to divide my attention with another sibling.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who's my
11.
favorite? I don't got an option with you. It's you, and that's all I get. So
That's what happens when you have single children one at a time. Like I had twins. I don't know how you have that kind of mentality.
Right, Michelle doesn't
That
know
doesn't
what
make sense to me. Like having a twin. That doesn't, I have to divide my time.
I've always divided my time.
But
Right.
your thing is,
But I don't look at
though,
it like that.
Right.
Like, it's just,
your twin
I
is
don't know
a
what you're
boy, which is very different. Like, you didn't have to share clothes. You didn't have to share
we did.
Oh,
I mean, you know, we used to mix
T-shirts.
it up a little bit.
right. But
All right.
We're not gonna
What
talk
else
about
makes
that.
us different?
I am putting you on the spot.
we parent very different.
Yes.
We have completely different careers. Like we go from one end to the other. On
Similar interests now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm-
we're more in the childcare.
Oh,
and
did I talk
health.
about I don't feel like I didn't introduce myself correctly. I don't know if I.
You did not tell us where you worked.
Yeah, I work for a marketing agency and I lead the digital marketing team there. So I work in an office space. Michelle works in a teacher. You work in an office space too, accounting.
But I don't interact with a lot of people. I'm in the back end, like I'm running the company in the back end. I interact with a lot of clients because,
on the phone. Yeah.
right, I talk to a lot of clients because of the overflow. Like if the girls are busy, I pick up on the other end because I like to talk.
And Jackie, what do you do?
Jackie works childcare.
Yes.
Right.
So
Magical. Where's the little?
oh goodness, here I haven't
Nanny
put one
McPhee
sound yet. That's
is in
harp.
the house.
We're learning.
There we go.
You know
yeah.
the sparkly emoji. That's me,
we
guys.
have very different styles, and it's funny because along the way, we all shifted in styles, and that's something that we can bring up as a topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have different. What else? Nothing. I feel like we have so much that's different.
I
Different
think
tastes.
I think it'll unlock
Different
as,
parent,
as we go.
Different
parent
opinions,
relations,
right?
parent-
Parent
like our-
relations, the way we handle things.
The way we
Well,
handle
our
our
parents-
relationships as in
Our
married.
parent
Oh
upbringing.
yeah, 3 of Michelle, Dani, and Jackie are married.
We're all very different in
I'm
our
single.
marriages, relationships.
and
And
we
you guys are
are,
different
yeah,
with
we are
it.
different. We all decided to.
Stay out of each other's business.
Not really. We're always in each other's business.
No, I
Just
try to
kidding.
stay back. Because, I haven't been involved too much in other people's one of the most. Yeah, actually, all 3 of you guys. I think I've been too involved at some point.
Magical button.
The harp?
She's learning how to mind her business.
Yes, I am. And it's been great. I love it here.
That's why we're it's such a good place.
And now the real personalities come out. Savages.
Okay. Honestly, guys, we're at 28 minutes, and I feel like we're pretty much wrapping up. So what can they expect from future episodes? Go ahead. You want to say good? Go ahead, Michelle.
Take the wheel.
Well, I think that it's just complicated phrases is kind of going to show them where we're at. So
It's just complicated is pretty much our motto. Like everything is just complicated and
Yeah, we'll be talking about complicated subjects, and hopefully by the end of those conversations, we will. I don't know what would happen at the end. Hopefully, we'll still love each other, which we will.
We also plan on opening eventually like a little question boxes for you guys, or like we're gonna have an email where you guys can send like ideas of like what we should talk about. Eventually, we'll have guests. Eventually, like we're just gonna figure out as we go since we're all very new to this, but. I think we're.
I hope you guys stick around to see the growth here.
Oh yeah. Did
And
we
I hope
talk
you
about
guys
our number
become
one rule?
a part of
Yeah,
our
we
growth.
have a number one rule. And I guess we can put this out. If you follow us, you are not allowed to leave. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
we will attract
Right.
you.
There you go. There's my controlling side of it. If you unfollow us, I don't want to see you anymore. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
but it's
number one-
true. It's
Unfriended.
true. That's kind of like
that is our number one thing. You're not allowed to leave even if you feel uncomfortable. We might bring subjects up that people completely disagree with, and you might feel some type of way about it. But listen, it is life, and people think different. And this is where
That's why we're doing this.
Yeah, this is why we're doing this. Because we want you to be allowed to feel.
Bad timing, but trying to get used to this whole
So start
thing.
getting used to feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah, because
Or just understanding that there are things in life that it is just complicated.
Yes.
It's just complicated.
And
in a
if you do
relationship.
feel strongly about anything we say that you think is wrong that we said,
please
or
bring in your
email us
yes.
at ask.
We want your 2 cents.
at
Let's
gmail.com.
debate it. If you feel like you feel really strong and passionate about what we're talking, and you want to come on our podcast to debate it, come on. Let's
You
talk.
are welcome.
You're welcome.
Yes.
we
Safe
are
space
from
here,
the
guys.
people. We are people to the people.
We love people. No, not really.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So for our next episodes, you can expect us talking about it's just complicated to be in a relationship.
It's just complicated to go to therapy.
It's just complicated to raise kids.
It's just complicated to be married.
It's just complicated to talk about mental health.
It's just complicated to talk about sex.
It's just complicated to control spending habits.
It's just complicated to be healthy.
It's just complicated to be human and have so many emotions.
It's just complicated to sit with your kids and do homework.
It's just complicated to co-parent.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
It is just complicated when you're depressed.
Did we mention it's just complicated to be married? Because
Yeah, we did.
oh my God.
We did. We're all extra emotional because it's the weekend, it's a Sunday, and we go through a full week with our husbands.
No.
It's just complicated to sometimes connect.
Yeah,
It is.
It is. It's also hard.
Just complicated to be in a friendship.
Yes.
It's just complicated to have routine.
It's complicated to listen. Being a human, guys, it's just complicated.
And for the teens, it's just complicated to be a teenager in 2022.
Oh, maybe we can bring Jenny on here.
Oh, I would love that.
It's just complicated to build routine.
it's just complicated to go to work.
Oh, wow.
It's just complicated to achieve goals.
Are you guys a morning person? Because it's just
I
complicated
am.
to wake up early.
I've been waking up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym. I'm really proud of that. It's like 28 years in the making. So
Power to you for
Yeah,
that. I
it's
could
been-
never.
I think
it's been
that
great.
it's just complicated to find yourself once you become a mother. And I think Nanda and Michelle, they both are in a space where their kids are a little older, where they now are finding their themselves, right? Versus me and Jackie, our kids are a little younger, so they still need so much from us. And we'll talk about it. Sometimes I'm like, can you just be on your own for a minute?
Just one.
But specifically, I love Mel, my baby, but she's very clingy, and I wasn't used to that because Ella's like totally.
but it's
attached
that
emotionally.
second child. You should have known this.
It's
But-
just complicated to meet these expectations.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Obviously.
just complicated. And you guys are going to be hearing a lot more from us.
Yes, it's just complicated to wrap up an episode.
is.
So let's
We
do
do.
it.
We have so
Let's
much
make
things-
it- let's
We love
uncomplicate
talking
it.
to you guys. We love talking to you guys.
All right. So thank you for listening to our very first episode of It's Just Complicated.
Hope we didn't bore you guys out.
Okay,
and
guys.
we will talk more on the next episode.
Peace and love.
Peace out.